All right, so this section is perhaps the most important section of this entire form because this is the area where you enter the details about the different products that you're going to be selling on your Shopify store. Now, you'll see here that you have a few options. It asks if you have a spreadsheet that outlines your product details. If you do, you want to select yes, and that'll bring you here to an area to upload that spreadsheet. If you don't have a spreadsheet that outlines all of these details, you'll click no, and then you'll be prompted to enter those product details one by one. Now, if we go through here, you'll notice that it asks for the name of the product, a brief description of the product, the price of the product, and it will ask if you'd like to enter another one, right? And you can go to yes, for example. Now, the thing is, if you do it one by one, that could be obviously a pretty time-consuming process. So what I would recommend is to create a spreadsheet with your product details if you don't already have one. Let me show you an example of what that looks like. I'll go ahead and minimize the screen and I'll open this spreadsheet here. Let me bring it over to the right screen. Okay, so in this spreadsheet, you'll notice that we have about 11 different products here. And there's no limit to the number of products that we can add to your store, but just for the ease of an example, I made these 11 items here, these 11 products. You'll notice that each one has a product title, a description, a price, a SKU, the inventory number. This is basically how many of each product you have in stock, and then a collection that they belong to. Now, the SKU is optional. If you don't have SKUs associated with each product, then that's completely fine. But these other options here, the product title, the description, the price, the inventory, and the collection they belong to, are mandatory in order to complete your Shopify store. So I would highly recommend, if you don't have a spreadsheet like this already mapped out to organize your products, then you create one. Now that we have this, we can go ahead and select yes, and we can take this file and just drag it directly here, and it'll allow us to move forward. And again, just to emphasize, if you select no and you don't have a spreadsheet, the only other option would be to enter the product details one by one, which is a perfectly fine route to take, but it generally is a little bit more time consuming.